Today is the day SNAP benefits officially ran out. What's next as millions of people struggle to find their next meal. Plus, more problems at Memphis Towers, why a broken elevator has people frustrated and demanding answers. And coming up, the Grizzlies are going to be without Ja Morant while the team is suspending their star player. It's 6 o'clock and the ABC24 News starts right now. Good evening and thank you for joining us on ABC24 for your news at 6. I'm Ruben Diaz. Let's going to start with that big news coming from the Grizzlies camp. The Grizzlies have suspended star point guard Ja Morant for one game because of conduct detrimental to the team. Now, this all stems from Friday night's game where Morant only played 30 minutes and scored just 8 points. His frustration was visible on the court and during the post-game interviews with the media. First-year Grizzlies coach Tuomas Izalo challenged Morant's leadership and effort after Friday night's 117-112 loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. According to the Grizzlies, Morant responded in a tone deemed inappropriate and dismissive. The confrontation happened in front of the team. This is what sources have confirmed. All right, let's take a live look downtown from our Midtown camera. As you can see, it's a beautiful Saturday evening here in Memphis. It got a little cold and the rain moved its way in for just a little bit. Now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett for a look at your weather.
Some of us have been seeing those light off and on showers for the last several hours, and that could continue at least into part of tonight. I do think the closer we get to midnight, the more we will see that rain clear out, but that is also going to allow some colder air to move in. Some of us could even see a little patchy frost, and then we are back to the sunshine and dry weather for the second half of the weekend. Again, still some light spotty showers out there right now, so if you're going to be out, just want to keep that rain gear nearby. As we get through tomorrow morning, we really start to see that rain clear out, and most of Sunday looks nice and dry. We are even going to see some sunshine return tomorrow. Tonight, though, again, some spotty light showers for at least the next couple of hours. It's going to be chilly by tomorrow morning, though. We wake up to about 43 in Memphis, other spots even in the 30s. And a pretty chilly day overall tomorrow, 56 with plenty of sunshine and no chance of rain. By the way, a heads up tonight, those clocks, they fall back. 2 a.m. We gain an hour of sleep, but we lose an hour of sunlight in the evening. Sunset tomorrow, 5:04 p.m. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll take a look at the week ahead and tell you how warm these temperatures will go. That's when I see you back here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Trevor. Today, millions of families have been cut off from food assistance as SNAP funding runs dry during the government shutdown. A federal judge is now stepping in, ordering the Trump administration to find emergency money to keep the program alive. The president claims he's ready to act, but time is running out for 42 million Americans who depend on those benefits just to eat. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has the very latest.
SNAP benefits for 42 million Americans have been cut off. A federal judge is ordering the Trump administration to use emergency funds to restore the program. The program, which helps low-income Americans afford groceries, is running out of money as a result of the government shutdown.
Listen to me, in Washington, D.C., do not take away from us, please.
A Rhode Island judge saying without the SNAP federal food program, some 42 million of the country's most vulnerable would face irreparable harm and terror over the availability of funding for food for their family. President Trump saying he's instructing the government lawyers to ask the judge how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible, saying if the court gives direction, it will be my honor to provide the funding. The Trump administration is expected to appeal.
Anything with government or state or anything above my head that I don't have eyes on directly, believe it when you see it.
Jenna Jackson, a mother of 4 who runs a tree farm in Oklahoma, says without medicated SNAP, she would have to make tough choices.
My dog is sick, but I have to eat. So the dog is ultimately going to have to suffer, or the kids are going to have to wear shoes that are too small for an extra month because we have to buy dinner.
President Trump calling on GOP lawmakers to end the filibuster, writing on social media, it is now time for the Republicans to play their Trump card.
Food is a basic human right. However you align yourself politically, people still need to eat.
Starting November 1st, cards will still work for those with remaining balances, but without new funding, they won't be reloaded. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, while that lifeline works its way through the courts, tens of thousands of Shelby County SNAP recipients remain unsure how they'll continue to buy their groceries. Now, on Friday, Memphis leaders and organizations came together to try and make sure families don't go hungry. Volunteers from the Neighborhood Christian Center spent the day shopping at Aldi locations and stocking up on groceries to feed people in need. Now, they're all part of a community task force alongside with Mayor Paul Young's office that's responding to the lapse in SNAP benefits. The organization's CEO, Effie Johnson, claims that along with the help of about 40 volunteers, they will feed 1,000 Memphians. She does want everybody to know, though, there is a process to qualify for these food resources.
We have people out here that have a concern for those that need help, and they've responded with giving and sending money. Then we can go to a store like Aldi and pick it up. We have volunteers that can put it in the basket. We can go to a warehouse and put it together, and we can know that we tangibly can take this and give it to someone that really needs it.
Now, Johnson is reminding the public that the food is available by appointment for the people who qualify. Governor Tate Reeves wants to change what people can buy with their SNAP benefits in Mississippi. Now, he's asking the federal government to ban sugary drinks and junk food and allow hot foods like rotisserie chickens. If it's approved, then items with sugar or corn syrup listed first on their label would not be able to be bought with SNAP. Diet drinks and basic cooking sugars, though, would still be okay. Reeves claims it's about helping families make healthier choices while giving them more meal options. Arkansas is also rushing to fill the gap while SNAP benefits are in limbo. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders sending $500 million to food banks across the state. Starting on Monday, November the 3rd, 8 food bank branches will split that money. The governor also launched a Help Arkansas webpage to connect families with food assistance. If the shutdown drags on, Sanders announced that more help could be on the way. All right, with the government shutdown still dragging on and SNAP benefits running out, families are worried about how they'll put food on the table. ABC24 has created a list of food pantries and distribution centers. They're open right now across Memphis and Shelby County to help anyone in need. For a full list of those upcoming food distribution events and resources across the Mid-South, head over to ABC24.com. All right, tonight, longtime renters of the Memphis Towers tell us they've had enough. After years of living with ongoing issues, people are coming together not just to speak out, but to push for change as well. The newly formed Memphis Towers Tenants Union is taking action to hold management accountable and improve conditions inside that complex. ABC24's Shakina Davis shows us how people are turning frustration into a fight for solutions. Shakina?
Ruben, tenants at Memphis Towers are demanding the building's owner come see the issues for himself. These are problems they claim they've been living with for far too long. Many believe the poor conditions pose health and safety risks, including being stuck in elevators for hours at a time. The Memphis Towers Tenants Union held a press conference announcing its official launch, calling out their out-of-state landlord to meet with them and address issues inside the building. Tenants say everything from broken elevators to hazardous living conditions have been ignored for years. The complex is owned by Richard Richmond, whose Connecticut-based firm manages properties across the country. Union leaders say they delivered a petition signed by 140 of its 290 residents demanding immediate repairs to the elevators. After receiving no response, tenants formed a majority union representing more than 55% of their neighbors to push for change. Many have lived in the building for years, some through the Section 8 housing program, and say they simply want safe and reliable living conditions.
They definitely provide housing to a lot of our elderly disabled folks in Memphis. And, it is in the center of the medical district. It's right by the VA, and all the other, prominent hospitals. And so, our folks need this housing, and it's in a good area. It's not quality, and they deserve quality housing, even though, they are elders or recipients of Section 8 vouchers.
Coming up at 10, we'll hear directly from tenants who say these conditions have put them at risk and what response they expect from the building's owner. In the studio, I'm Shakina Davis.
All right, thanks a lot, Shakina. Now, right now, we're still following an ongoing investigation where police shot a robbery suspect in Cordova. It all happened on Friday afternoon. According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, it happened around 1:30 Friday afternoon on Germantown Parkway near Dexter Road. Investigators claim that federal agents were actually having lunch nearby when a suspect ran through the parking lot after shooting someone at a business during an attempted robbery. According to police, a law enforcement official shot the suspect, who is in critical condition.
I heard actually the officer say, put it down. And after that, After I heard that, I started walking back to my job because I ain't know what was going on.
TBI investigation will continue to bring you the latest on air and online when it becomes available. All right, the government shutdown is impacting millions of Americans just before the holiday season. Coming up, how faith leaders are stepping in to help the community. Happening could actually be looking at a pay bump. Mayor Paul Young announced that all full make at least $40,000 a year. Fire division staff will also get a 2% raise. The mayor emphasized that the pay hike could not come soon enough in light of financial hardships and pending SNAP benefit cuts. Young plans to get city council's approval at their next meeting. A 30-year Memphis Fire Department veteran could soon become the next chief. Mayor Paul Young nominated MFD's assistant chief, Colin Burris, to lead the department. Burris would replace former fire chief Gina Sweat, who announced her retirement this week. Sweat served in the role for 9 years.
If you've been out and about today, you've probably run into at least a couple of those light rain showers, and those will remain possible for the next several hours. At least through midnight, there's going to be a chance of some light rain. That rain does clear out tonight, and temperatures will drop. Some of us could even see a little frost tonight, and then we do return to the bright sunshine tomorrow. Of course, today, the first day of November, so I thought we'd look back at October, get you those latest numbers. High temperature for the month was 90. That was all the way back on the 1st of October. Lowest temp yesterday morning, 42 degrees was the low in Memphis. Average temperature, combining the highs and lows, 67. That does mean October was a little warmer than it usually is. We also saw a little more rain than usual. We ended up with 6.5 inches in the bucket, and that's almost 3 inches above normal for October. And we are about 6 inches above normal for the year since January the 1st. Overnight tonight, showers possible early this evening. I do think the closer we get to midnight, the more we see that rain clear out. But it is going to be cold once that rain exits. 43 degrees, the low in Memphis. Again, still some spotty showers out there right now, but notice how that really starts to clear out. And certainly by tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up to some dry weather and plenty of sunshine through the day on Sunday. Now, overnight tonight and tomorrow morning, again, it is going to get a little colder once the rain clears. 43 tonight in Memphis. Many spots into the upper 30s, especially in eastern Arkansas and West Tennessee. So there could be a little bit of patchy frost late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Speaking of tomorrow morning, that is when time changes. Yes, tonight, before you go to bed, if you still have a clock you've got to set back manually, you need to do that before you go to sleep. Time changes at 2 a.m. tonight. We will fall back an hour. So we actually gain an hour of sleep tonight, but we lose an hour of sunlight in the evening. Notice tomorrow's sunset, 5:04 p.m. Now, the sun will actually rise a little earlier tomorrow morning by about 6:30. So we'll start off with sunshine, dry weather, but it is going to be chilly. 40s to start on your Sunday, and then plenty of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. High temperature looks to be about 56 degrees, so definitely a little chilly for your Sunday afternoon. 57 in Marietta and Helena, West Helena. 54 in Holly Springs. 55 for Corinth and Ripley. We'll get to 56 in Clarksdale. 54 in Millington. 55 in Selmer and in Covington. Rain chances very low for the next several days. Actually, most of next week looks dry. It's going to be by the end of the week, maybe end of the weekend. Another system could bring some more showers by next Friday and next Saturday. So a check at the 7-day forecast here. Again, rain ends tonight. We look dry tomorrow. Sunshine, but cooler. 56 the high. We'll be sunny and dry to start next week. Actually, most of next week looks just fine. We'll enjoy dry weather for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Temperatures actually come on up a little bit, closer to that average high of 69. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s, even some 70s by the middle of the week. Lows going to be in the 40s and 50s. Next best chance of rain looks like by the end of next week. Friday could see some rain showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, and a chance of some of those showers continuing into next weekend.
Now, as the government shutdown continues, millions are concerned about their benefits with the holidays approaching, along with that colder weather. Luckily, faith leaders are stepping up around the community. Today in Parkway Village, Fireside Church of God in Christ worked with the Whole Man Development Center and McCaskill Assistance Center to support people in need. The organizations distributed coats and other clothing items along with canned and non-perishable foods. Frank James of the Whole Man Development Center believes this partnership can help bless someone in need as we head into the holiday season.
Well, we just feel that it's our duty. God is good to us. We've been blessed in this country, in this nation, and there's so many hurting people. People out of work, you know, people don't know how to meet ends. They're worrying about paying their bills. So we just want to encourage them that there is hope and let them know that we're here for them.
Now, the main goal of the Hope for the Holidays event is to show people in need that the community cares and that the community wants to help. All right, we're going to take another quick break, and then we'll have a final look at your forecast after this.
Around 167,000 residents of Memphis and Shelby County are facing food insecurity as a result of the pause in SNAP benefits. We have a list on our website with local food banks, food pantries, and food insecurity resources. The Mid-South Food Bank is just one of dozens of organizations seeking solutions to make sure families have food to eat. On Saturday, November 1st, there will be mobile pantries at Springdale Baptist Church and the Dwelling Place on Austin P, both starting at 9 a.m. You can find the full list of food distribution sites on our website, abc24.com/now.
Still a few light showers hanging on this evening, but that rain will clear out overnight and it will be dry and sunny tomorrow. High temperature a lot cooler, 56 tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures come up through the week. 63 Monday, 68 Tuesday, even some 70s by the middle of the week. Plenty of sunshine with dry weather Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Lows in the 40s and 50s. Most of us dry here for the next several days, but it does look like another chance of some showers, maybe some thunderstorms by next Friday. And a few of those showers could linger into next Saturday with highs near 70.
All right, that's going to do it for tonight. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. Have a good rest of your evening.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.